Everyone, this is Jadir from Property Frameworks, and today I want to talk about regional Queensland. So, why are we looking at regional Queensland? If you look at regional NSW or regional Victoria, these property markets have really grown up in value over the last 2 to 3 years. And if you look at those markets, these markets are either flat or are declining. So, there are not many opportunities in regional NSW or regional Victoria. Now, if you look at regional South Australia and regional Western Australia, there are markets there that are still moving up in value, but they've already had quite a bit of growth. So the best options right now are in regional Queensland. I'm not talking about Southeast Queensland, I'm talking about Central Queensland and Northern Queensland, where these markets are still in pretty much their early stages of their growth cycle. So, why this interest in regional Queensland? What is happening in these markets that are driving up property prices? So, if you look at these areas in central Queensland and northern Queensland, property prices have increased by 10% just the last year alone, even with so many interest rate rises. So, why are property prices rising there? And why are these markets a good option for to investors moving forward? So let's look at some of these reasons. Okay, so the first one is interstate migration. Now, traditionally, Queensland has had a lot of interstate migration, and these have been mainly into the areas of Sunshine Coast and the Gold Coast. But more recently, over the last couple of years, this trend has been changing. There have been more migration from the regional areas and even from other capital cities from to areas like Bundaberg, Rockhampton, and Townsville. Now, these markets are starting to receive more people because of there are more job opportunities in these markets. There's good affordability and there's also good lifestyle options. So, number one, so the first point is about interstate migration. The second point is really to do with job creation, infrastructure projects. Now, regional Queensland has a vast variety of infrastructure projects that are happening there, worth billions of dollars. If you look at areas like Townsville, Rockhampton, they already have major energy projects underway, major hospital upgrades underway, and major transport upgrades. For example, roads getting upgraded, so many different things in terms of infrastructure happening in these regions, which are opening up a lot of job opportunities. And that is what is causing the interstate migration into these regions. Point number three, the stock levels. The stock on the market has significantly reduced for central and northern Queensland. The amount of properties available for sale has drastically reduced there, which means that there is hardly any properties available on the market and there is a lot of demand for these properties. If you look at dwelling approvals, that means how many new properties are going to be built. That has been significantly trending down, which means that the number of new builds in these areas are also very low. So low building approvals, low stock, which means low supply, not many properties coming to the market, and demand coming in through interstate migrations, through job opportunities, means that there's going to be a lot of pressure in these markets, and these markets do have a lot of opportunity over the next few years. The next point is affordability. Now, you don't have to spend 600, 700,000 to enter these markets. With around 400,000, you can buy properties in these markets with about 6% yield. So the yields will help you hold on to these properties in these high interest rate environments. Okay, and the next point is increasing investor activity. Now, investors are getting priced out of major capital cities. Even Perth has significantly gone up in value, and for those investors who want to buy properties around those 400 450 price range, regional Queensland, central Queensland, and northern Queensland is a great option because it allows you to enter in with about 400 420, and you can buy big block houses in about 500 600 meters squared of land, giving you that 6% rental yield. So really good from an investment point of view. So those are the reasons why regional Queensland, I'm talking again specifically about central Queensland and northern Queensland, those areas are looking very attractive. So if you are an investor with a budget of 400,000, then your best option for capital growth over the next 5 years are these markets. I hope you found those tips useful. And if you are interested in investing in regional Queensland, then get in touch.